So hi, my name is Dani Vanegas, and I'm very happy to be here with everyone. I would like to introduce myself a little bit for those of you that uh, is the first time of hearing me speak. I am from Mexico. I was born in Mexico City, and I've been living all over the world, and I came across this beautiful industry, which is network marketing, a few years back, more than 10 years ago. And it has really, really changed my life. And what I can say, I found a vehicle where I could just really, really impact the many people's lives, but not only many people's lives. I started as a person that needed an option to really break out of a situation where I was financially. And this thing really, really has changed my life. So in over 10 years, we have been able to build teams all over the world, especially also in Asia, where we have built in Vietnam, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Japan, and just many beautiful places. And we have visited so many places as well. And I think that over the years, I've learned a lot building teams. And I think that the title here, which is Break Free, it speaks a lot about what I've been doing throughout the years. And now I believe that there are many things when you're learning your path to success. So during those years, it wasn't easy. At the beginning, I can tell you how I got started. I got started with basically nothing. I was living out of welfare, for those of you in Asia that are not related to those things. And the United States, when you're struggling, when you lose your job, you usually get some help from the government. I used to be a news anchor, and I used to be doing some stuff, on that, media level and those things. So you're used to a lifestyle. However, I got myself into a situation where I was not finding a job, and I was living out of welfare, so which means that government will pay for some of my stuff, which it was not enough. And with that little money, which is like an insurance, like a unemployment insurance, I found myself in to an opportunity that came my way. So when somebody just told me, hey, there's this thing, I told them, let's do it. I don't know what it is, but I'm ready to just change things for me and my family. So as you can imagine, I had to pay gas to move from one place to another to apply for jobs with my kids' coins. So it was really embarrassing because it was a really trying and tough time for me. However, I took and seized the opportunity. And you really need to do one thing in life. And when you speak about breaking free, is that you either get stuck with fear or you just push through. And I was more afraid of not finding a way out than just pushing through and making things happen. From that experience, I found out that that we are unlimited. We can just really, really accomplish everything we want to if we really push ourselves. And so I took my unemployment money. I bought, my entrance, my package, the product that for this opportunity. And from there, we were able to build, many lives around the world into a better situation. So I was able to build in over 8 years a team of over 50,000 people. And I know that, these little things that I'm telling you, I mean, 8 years are not easy. So from there, we have been in so many other experiences, and I'm here to share with you a little bit from my heart what has changed who I am and how is that you can help yourself. First of all, break free for me is about consistency. But before you have consistency, you need to really have words in your mind so that you can push through. Because in reality, when you're not consistent, it's not because you don't have the talent or you don't have, you know, whatever you need. Most of you that are listening to this, you have everything you need to succeed because you're getting yourself educated, you're going to conferences, you're pushing through, but there are things in our head that sometimes don't allow us to have that consistency in our life. Now, we have the power to impact our mindset with our words. Whenever you're saying, well, you know, I just procrastinate, I'm not, you know, good enough, or I don't keep consistent in my business. Well, guess what? That's going to come and find you. You have the power to build your own life or destroy it. Now, we also have the power to change our situation with how we pick our words and how we impact our actions. And so be careful on how you talk to yourself, because probably the only person that's going to be encouraging you is you. Yes, you're your best coach. So we can also build people. And this is not only applying to ourselves, but, you know, I'm going to give you a couple of your just little tips and some advice that you might find yourself helpful so you can push through. You know, if I was in a situation where I didn't have a job, I was completely broke, and I turned my life around in a couple of months. So you can do it too. You know, I'm not a superwoman. I'm just anyone, just like you, but I took action and I put my words, those words of encouragement into my head that I could do it, and I took action. Because we are in the fear managing business. People do not take action because they are afraid that they will miss a deadline. They will miss a bonus. They will miss something, and they're embarrassed to even take action because of fear. Now, we can also build people in our team with the right words. Words are very important. And I think that, there's many materials and programs about, you know, how to build people, how to communicate with people. And words, the words that you use to talk to yourself, the words that you use to talk to your spouse, to your significant other, to your children, to your team, really have an impact on how your team is going to be consistent, how you're going to be taking action. Now, we can build organizations with just words of guidance, because we can either destroy or we can build, and we're here to build. So I'm going to ask you to just pick the right words, pick the right things to say to your team, to yourself, because words become reality. Now, let's talk about break free with the power of consistent action. From being stuck to being excited, from not knowing what the next step is to take directed action. Now, also being discouraged, from being discouraged to really have this sense of direction to just follow steps and actions to success. Now, also, you can go from having the small wins. And what I mean by small wins, maybe you placed those phone calls. Maybe you created a list. Maybe you did a follow-up. Maybe you are asking your customer, or you are asking the new person in your team, how is that they're doing? How is that, did you get your product? Do you know how to use your product? Those little things are wins. And from those wins, you get more confidence because, hey, well, my customer just got, their product and they're using it and they're getting a result. Hey, that's a success. And then you get more confidence. And what about, when you start seeing that your people that you got into the business, they made their first $50, their first $25. And, our Asian culture, how that important is to really have small success, because from small success, you build confidence in yourself and in your team. Now, consistency creates the proper security you need to build your business, because most of us are afraid of taking action. But guess what? When you're consistent on just really doing what matters for your business, it changes everything. So breaking free from being stuck, I'm just going to leave you with a couple of things that, can help you. First of all, and the most important thing is the words that you pick, the words that you use, because they are powerful. It's not that, hey, I'm a procrastinator. I just didn't make to the next rank because I just don't have enough talent. I cannot talk to him because I'm afraid that he's going to reject me. You don't even know if the other person is going to reject you or not. Or even worse, you're trying to compare yourself with other leaders. And that's like the worst thing you could do, because there's only one you, and that, you know, you cannot change. You just have to be yourself. Now, let's go to some key points that you can take so that you can just break free from procrastination, from, you know, not being consistent, from not getting results, from just being stuck on the same level, or maybe you don't even know how to start. Maybe you're brand new. You need to stay consistent with daily actions that are producing something. The right words, get the right words every single day. I don't care how you do this. You know, we're not here to talk about, you know, any specific programs, but you need to really be your own coach and talk to yourself. Also take massive action. Massive action is super important. Repetition is the mother of success. Why repetition? Because maybe you don't like to give a presentation. Maybe you don't like to follow up. Maybe you don't like to talk to people, but guess what? Those things in a consistent basis, they give you the success that you need. Now, what is the key of everything at the end of a line? Is duplication. Duplication is the key point of everything else. And you know what? You can get there by choosing the right words, by taking consistent action, and progress is the ultimate freedom and the mother of fulfillment. Thank you so much. My name is Dani Vanegas, and this is what I have to share with you. And I know that there's a little bit of Q&A here, and I'm ready when you are. Let's see. All right.
Okay, Miss Dani, we have a question here from one of our listeners.
Yes.
She would like to know, like, what inspires you to do your best when it comes to talking to people or doing things on your own?
What inspires me to do my best? Okay, so what inspires me is to see somebody succeed, to see somebody get their first win, to get, you know, to their first rank. That's what inspires me. That's what really ignites me when somebody is like trying, when we're building teams. I see when somebody really wants to get to the next level because they're texting, they're calling, they're asking questions. That gets a fire inside of me. That's what inspires me.
Okay, thank you. And then another question here. So, how was your daily routine impacted by the current COVID-19 pandemic?
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm going to answer in a very straightforward way. I believe that I discovered that I lived in a quarantine. So because I work from home most of the time, homeschool our kids. So it impacted it in a really positive way because I was able to find more people willing to take the chance to give it a try, because that's, you know, now everybody's at home and this is not like an option. So it has been really, really incredible.
All right. And then we have here another question from Miss Geraldine Hayden. So,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the consistent steps or practices do you incorporate into your day?
Okay, well, first of all, you know, everybody knows that you need to make your list when you join. So if you have make your list, you need to work on that list. Make it as long as possible. Everybody goes there, even the people that you don't like, not because you're gonna call them, but you know, you need to get your all of your information out. But the daily steps to be consistent, you know, are simple. You know, you just talk to people, then, you know, get them to a presentation, or get on the phone, get on a three-way call. Then what else? You know, just go and do your follow-up. After the follow-up, what happens? Well, then you get your prospect to either become a customer or become a distributor. You see, you know, if they're a customer, you know, you help them get started the right way. So those are some of the things, like daily. Well, you need to be consistent. You need to be having a routine. I don't like it. You know, I don't like having a routine. I don't like getting up early. And still I have to, and it's not that I have to, I do it because I know it just equals to success. I don't like calling people. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like getting on the phone. Yes, you know, we are still struggling with those things. And those little things that you don't like to do, that you sound repetitive, that you sound, oh, I gave a presentation, it sounds the same. Well, you need to do it. Those are the things that will take you to success.
Okay, thank you very much. And now we have a last question from Mr. Alvin Cargo. He's asking, how do you overcome fear?
Ooh, that's a good question. Fear. Fear is a liar. Fear, uh, everyone struggles with it. I struggle with it. You know, fear of being rejected, fear of not making the next rank. And how I overcome it is, as I said on the talk, the right words. I change the way that I talk to myself. And why? Because when I say, well, you know, when I find myself thinking, I might not get to the next round, it's only 3 days away, I just reframe it. And sometimes I do write things down and, you know, okay, why am I saying this thing? And then I come with a solution on the other side. I put 2 columns of all the negative on the left and then the positive on the right. And then I find out that all the negative stuff that causes me to have fear are just pure things that are not true. Then, you know, I write down, you know, all the things why I should go for the next rank in 3 days because of this and this and this. And I find the solutions. That is how I overcome fear. And just doing it with fear, you just do it. Even if you're afraid, do it and you'll see the results.
Okay, wow, those are really, really great answers. And we want to thank you for your very, very bright and very informative talk today. And we do hope that, next year when everything is perhaps better, we can have a live event instead of a virtual one, and you can reach out to more people.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, thank you so much. And I do hope you have a fantastic day ahead.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.